Hey guys, here with a huge update in the case involving the TikToker who killed a therapist back in September. Now, the influencer whose real name is Terrion Thomas, he has been indicted in connection with the murder of Baton Rouge therapist Nicholas Abraham, who was found dead back in September. Thomas, who went by Mr. Prada on TikTok, he had a lot of followers and social media. He was indicted this past week on charges of first-degree murder, obstruction of justice, aggravated criminal damage to property, and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. And this is according to court records. Now, the 69-year-old's body was found wrapped in a tarp, and this was along a highway on September 29th. After an investigation, surveillance footage showed Abraham visiting Thomas at his apartment complex. He was actually seen in front of Thomas's complex the day before his body was found. Now, after investigators went and did their job, they went into Thomas's apartment, and it was clear that something horrific had happened inside of the apartment, as there was blood found splattered throughout the apartment, and it belonged to Abraham. It connected with his DNA. Witnesses also told investigators' neighbors that they witnessed Thomas struggling to drag a blue tarp down the stairs of his apartment complex at night, and this was before he loaded it into Abraham's vehicle. But Abraham's car went missing, and Thomas. Now, police were on the lookout to find Abraham's car and obviously Thomas, and it didn't take long until they spotted Thomas driving in Abraham's vehicle. When police attempted to stop him, he led them on a chase. He crashed the car and then fled on foot before he was taken into custody, and that was on October 1st. Now, despite social media bloggers who have no fucking information and don't do their job correctly, as I do, they were spreading rumors saying that Abraham was Thomas's therapist and that he had allegedly made a move on him. That is not true. Like I said before, when I first covered this story, when it happened back in September. So there is no connection whatsoever. Thomas was not a client of Abraham. So let's get that out the way, just like I did in my last video, especially for those of you who didn't watch my last video. Now, this is really crazy because there's no known relationship, all right, between the two. But let me say here, in my opinion, Mr. Prada was openly gay, an openly gay young man on social media. And Abraham, he was accused of actually sexually assaulting one of his male clients who was a minor. This was several years ago. I do have to mention that, but the charges were dropped against Abraham because the court said that there wasn't enough evidence. So, if you know what route I'm going down, yeah, it's my belief that maybe Abraham, this therapist was a homosexual. And I believe that Thomas went and basically called over Abraham to have him maybe as a sugar daddy or for a sex date so he can get some money to live, the life that he likes to live, real bougie and shit. I mean, he doesn't call himself Mr. Prada for nothing, right? So that's my belief that Thomas went and called over this dude trying to get some money, but maybe things went wrong. I also have a belief that he allegedly maybe tried to set him up and things didn't go as planned. So yeah, but before all of this happened, Mr. Prada began acting very oddly and just weird. He shaved his eyebrows off, his whole head, and just kept putting videos up about being Hannah Baker, which, if you guys don't know, is from a show called 13 Reasons Why, and it ends in a really crazy way with the girl unaliving herself due to depression and being bullied. A lot of stuff happened, and he looked like he had a mental breakdown before this happened, but he has been indicted, like I said, and that was this week, on all of the charges, and he remains behind jail bars. But his next hearing to go to court, that's going to be on January 28th. So there you guys have it, an update on the TikToker who went and killed a Baton Rouge therapist. According to Thomas's defense, I do have to say, they're saying that the truth is going to come out and that it doesn't look like what it appears. So let's see what happens. A lot of bombshells are going to be coming out. And of course, I'm here to keep you guys updated. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up to help the algorithm. It's your girl, Stacks from blackroommedia.com.